Christian privilege. Christian privilege. And I'm taking a Bible reading from Philippians 2, 5 to 11. I will read it. You can read it when you go home. But if I'm to summarize, it is talking about having the mind of Christ. It says, let this mind be in you, which was in Christ Jesus, who though was God, did not count equality with God something to grasp, but humbled himself to death, even death on the cross. Christian privilege. Why am I talking about Christian privilege? I think one of the greatest tragedies of our time is this thing that I'm calling Christian privilege. Majority of us are living in boxes that are labeled. I am charismatic. I am Pentecostal. I am Methodist. Whatever that means. And so somehow, gradually, Christianity has been reduced to some form of an elite club. We are losing the compassion. We seem to be living for ourselves. We seem to be living a compassionless life. It's this apathy and indifference. It's this arrogance and greed. And the mind of Christ is gradually getting lost on all of us. All of us. If I were to do a survey of the people in this room and ask us how many of us are Christians, I think I'll get no less than 80% of us calling ourselves Christians. And yet, the 80% of us who are Christians, we see ourselves as only a privileged few. Touch no one and no one touches us. Our lives continue to be led by ourselves and on the path that we choose. And we sit at tables where no one can even join us. Give a short example. I used to take myself out for lunch once a month when I collected my salary because I thought that I deserved some form of treat. And a big one. Why not? Anytime I went to the same restaurant where I ate, the same question was asked. Table for one? I said, yes, table for one. And why not? And I think that in real life, looking at Christian privilege, that is what is also happening to all of us, the majority of us. It's about table for one. It's me, and it's myself, and just that. So we are not touching people. We hear some stories and we hear what is happening around us. See how much money some of us have, yet not solving little problems. Just this morning I heard that a baby has been, taken off oxygen just because the parents couldn't afford to pay. And my heart was bleeding. Bleeding. Bleeding in the sense that some of us have too much. And we didn't throw away, not a question of sparing. Throw away. No, you buy things that you don't need. And then you ask yourself, why did I even buy it? And we keep buying anyway. Because we can't afford it. That is what I'm referring to as a Christian privilege. We have Muslim sisters around us. People of other faith around us, living below the standard. And yet because they don't talk like us, they don't walk like us, they don't behave like we all can. Of course we all can. You look at yourself and see yourself that wherever you are, in my office I have this plaque behind my desk. It says, when I look at my life, it's just grace. We are where we are. We are who we are because of grace. And grace has put me at a certain privileged position, privileged level, so I can stretch my hand out and touch another life. Make sure those who are sitting in darkness because of my presence, they will see light. Those whose lives have become sour because I am the salt, when I touch them, life has to change. So it's a challenge. I am not here to preach. It's just an exhortation. So if we can go reflect that I should have the mind of Christ. I should renew my mind constantly through the power of the Holy Spirit. Because without the mind of Christ, we are going to continue to live within this kind of tragedy of how long? Christian privilege. Who are you? Who are you? What is it that you have that you did not receive as a gift? And if everything that you have came to you as a gift, what is this noise? And what is this arrogance? And what is this greed? And what is this apathy, the indifference, the isolationism, the elitism that is creeping into Christianity, making us think that we are just a privilege and we are a club. If you want to be part of the club, you know what to do. Let me share with you. It's a Franciscan benediction. I think I've shared it before on this same platform. I can't stop sharing it because it speaks words that will wake us up from our sleep and from our comfort zones so we can all rise up to the challenge of having a different mindset. That we are here not for too long, but for the short period to touch lives, to make the world a better place. Complaining isn't going to change anything. Everybody is complaining in Ghana. Everybody. Sometimes I get sick in my stomach with all the complaints. And we have solutions. We have solutions. If we move ourselves from this Christian privilege or political privilege or whatever privilege position you have suddenly found yourself. And as a result, you think that you are untouchable. The world around you can cave in. You don't even want to see. It is not going to cave in around you for you to sit untouched. That is what you have to remind yourself of daily. If it caves in on all of us. That is the reason why it is time for us to rise up. And the time to rise up is now. Not tomorrow, not next week. Now. We are women empowered. We have what it takes to touch the world and to make a difference. And the Franciscan benediction says, may the Lord bless you with discomfort and easy answers and half-truths and superficial relationships, so that you may live deep within your heart. That is why life really exists. May God bless you with anger at injustice, oppression, and exploitation of people, so that you may work for justice and for freedom and for peace. May God bless you with tears to share for those who suffer pain, rejection, hunger, and war, so that you may reach out your hand to comfort and to turn their pain to joy. May God bless you with enough foolishness to believe that you can make a difference in the world, so that you can do what others claim cannot be done, to bring justice and kindness to all our children, especially to the poor. And this is all I think I will share for now. Let us have the mind of Christ. And let's go out there. See that if it's privilege, it is for a reason. Because nobody gives privilege for nothing. And we are in this world, not by accident. We are here on assignment, every one of us. One of these days, the one who brought us here and gave us the assignment is going to call us to account for how we executed the assignment.
That sounded very short for such an exhortation. Shall we do it better? What Reverend you, when it caves in not on only you, but on all of us. So let's all be each other's keeper, and hopefully we'll be able to make the world a better place to live in. Thank you very much, Mom. Would like to call on Mrs. Patience Ablade-Dote to introduce the chairperson.
Existing protocol. Our chairperson for today's WiLAT Day celebration is a brave woman who is proactive, an industrialist who sees challenges and risks as opportunities 1992 to distribute high-quality electrical cables, and as at today, the company represents the repositioning of one of the high brands names in cable products. As a major player in the cable industry, our chairperson has led her company to be a brand name in Ghana. She was awarded an African entrepreneur and then also the most influential woman in Africa in 2013, sorry. She was also awarded a CIMJ Marketing Woman in the year 2014. Our chairperson today has led her company to excel, and it matches with our core values, which are excellence, integrity, and continuous improvement. For today, we are privileged to have in our midst a woman who is distinguished and in no other person than Mrs. Kate Otepapafi.
Good afternoon. Honorable Minister. Aviation. Ladies and gentlemen, all protocol duly observed. I'm extremely honored to be the chairperson for this opening ceremony of women in logistics and transportation. They Ghana, popularly known as WiLAT. Number stream of WiLAT is yet another dimension of swift taking place in the mindset of women globally as discovered their ability to thrive in the areas that previously male-dominated industry. I would say that to actually take up the challenge of being an industry in terms of transportation and logistics, it's a great honor. It's the honor where men are supposed to be. And I will say that congratulations, all women. The fact that we decided that we are going to be there, our time is now. I'm extremely honored. And another dimension of the Pipicon Swift taking place in Ghana. Since the inception in 2013, remarkable strides have been made projecting the status of women within the logistics and transportation sector. Transportation sector, and today we are recognizing and honoring some of our extremely women who have been instrumental in these regards. Today's program creates the enabling platform for all of us to informed and enlightened and empowered about the role of women in logistics and transportation. Ladies and gentlemen, my duty today as a chairperson is simple. I'm here to charge all women. Fully maximize your potential, what you have in you, what is embedded in you. We all have different potentials, but bringing it together is another way of working as a team. As women, within this pivotal sector, I charge you to do this, not to be discontented. I want you all, with mainly being passengers in the driving seats, I want you to take it out to be the drivers, not a passenger. Drive it up. Move the continent forward. Let's move our nation and the continent globally, because we have what it takes to be a woman. We are created special. We are all special people. We have what it takes. Ladies and gentlemen, I will say that by charging you to take the place of logistics and transportation, in our places and in this world these days, it's all very, very small. Moving from one end to the other, it takes just a few minutes and hours we are there. I want to charge you all by moving the nation forward. In this occasion, I will say that instead of taking the passenger seats, let's drive the vehicles ourselves. I wish you all a streaming and fruitful day. And remember that stronger together, upwards forever. Let's hold us together, let's move as a nation, and let's bless our homeland, and God bless us all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mom. Please, let's appreciate her some more. Usually I go to some events and they tell me, when you clap, you get to live longer. I don't know if you want me to remind you of that. So let's appreciate it. Let's appreciate it. Thank you very much. The introduction will be done just before they speak. So from my far right, I would like to introduce Hajia Aisha Ali Ibrahim. She's the WiLAT Global Convener at the Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport. Thank you very much. Next to her is Mrs. Doreen Osufianko, who is the WiLAT Ghana Chairperson. I'll be introducing her shortly. And then we have the International Vice President for the Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport, Mr. Titi Osunote. Thank you very much. Then we have Mr. Ebo Hammond, the President of the Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport, Ghana. Mrs. Kate Kote Papafio has just been introduced, the chairperson for our event. Then we have the Honorable Minister for Aviation sitting next to her. Auntie Elizabeth Dapa, Abna Dapa, Auntie Cecilia Abna Dapa, my apologies. And then we have the representative of the Honorable Minister for Gender, Children and Social Protection in the person of Reverend Dr. Comfort Asai. She's the Director of the Department of Gender. And the last but not the least, Very Reverend Helena Obuk-Sakwade. She's the WiLAT Chairperson and also the Head of Religious Affairs at the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. Thank you very much. On this note, we'd like to invite Dr. Mrs. Doreen Osufianko, the WiLAT Ghana Chairperson, to give us the welcome address.
Honorable Cecilia Abna-Dapa, Minister of Aviation, representing Her Excellency the First Lady of the Republic of Ghana, the representative of the Honorable Minister of Gender and Social Protection, members of the clergy, the CIT International Vice President, the Global Convener of Women in Logistics and Transport, that is WiLAT, the President, the Governing Council, and members of CILT and WiLAT Ghana, distinguished professionals in the transport warmly welcome you all to the major WiLAT Ghana Day Conference, the recognition of role models under the theme Women in Logistics and Transport, an essential break in nation building. This is the day the Lord has made in the life of WiLAT Ghana, and we should be glad and rejoice in it, as the psalmist says. I wish to extend a very special welcome to our very special and distinguished guests to our conference. It is an honor to have you join us on such an occasion. The main objective of today's conference is to afford members and the general public the opportunity to appreciate the role of women working in various industries in nation building. The conference will also provide opportunities for participants to learn at first hand the experiences of some distinguished women in society at the forefront of women empowerment. It will also be an opportunity for networking for our foreign and local delegates. Madam Chairperson, women are currently underrepresented in the supply chain, logistics and transport industries generally, although they play a tremendous role in facilitating growth in their respective economies. This is because such industries have in the past been perceived as the preserve of our male counterparts and have always been dominated by men. The trend is now changing as the awareness of the capabilities of women to venture into such business is now increasing. Madam Chairperson, permit me at this stage to quote a Ghana Web News item recently about a young lady by name Portia Ama Anubia Odro, who is currently the first female offshore production technician trainee hired under the MODEC Ghana Limited Offshore Engineers Trainee Program. And I quote, in Ghana, offshore production technicians are normally men, and in fact, the country is yet to produce its first qualified female technician in this field. However, that is now set to change. Rail, water, pipeline, and of late, cable, telecommunications, and space. The logistics environment is defined in Wikipedia, is about information, including ICT, warehousing, inventory, management, material handling, packaging, maintenance, transportation, security, you name them. Women are not to be seen as competing with our other gender partners, but rather to be recognized as team players, and with support from these same men to be able to also give their quota for the development of the nation, hence being an essential brick in nation building. Madam Chairperson, WiLAT chapters are formed within the Chartered Institute of Logistics territorial organizations and branches. There are currently 19 chapters globally, with 9 in Africa, namely Nigeria, which was the first, Zambia, Tanzania, and Zimbabwe. Other countries in Africa are South Africa, Uganda, Mauritius, Gambia, and of course, Ghana. At this stage, permit me, Madam Chairperson, to extend a special welcome to some members of our WiLAT Nigeria, led by Madam Aisha Ibrahim, who are here to give us moral support. Akaba. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, one of the key objectives of WiLAT is to develop a high-level strategic network of female members, both active and retired, from the logistics, transport, and supply sector at the national, continental, and global levels, and to promote their career, gender advancement, empowerment through education and networking, culminating in global partnerships among women. Honorable Minister, in order to achieve the above objective, amongst others, WiLAT activities are centered on 5 strategic thrusts of growth, namely mentorship, leadership, empowerment, entrepreneurship, and corporate social responsibility, which we will be discussing today at the forum after the opening ceremony. At WiLAT, we aim to create awareness and enhance career opportunities for women in the industry with a view to driving change in industry through diversity. It is only a woman who can mentor another woman to make a positive contribution to society, or better still, to the nation. Madam Chair, as you're already aware of, there are immense opportunities for women in the logistics and transport sector. In fact, women are the best logisticians. As the home of family they manage is a basic logistics entity. The logistics art or discipline is imbibed in women right from our upbringing as a girl child, as the management of the home or family is usually considered the preserve of women. Women are involved in logistics decisions at all levels of their lives and require support to enable them to contribute their quota to development, especially here in Africa, where discrimination still persists, or better still, equal opportunities for women is rare. Let me use this opportunity, Madam Chair, at this stage, to congratulate our mother and the First Lady, Her Excellency, Mrs. Rebecca Ekufuado, who normally the President refers to in church as my beloved Rebecca, for her immense role and impact she has made in this short period in office. One notable achievement that surpasses all is a logistical inclination in mobilizing to establish and commission a new mother and baby unit in 2017 in barely 3 months to save 9 babies at the Okonashi Teaching Hospital in the Ashanti region. Mama, you are indeed a cornerstone in nation building. And indeed, the role model with the Rebecca Foundation, which leads with numerous empowerment activities for women and children, an example worth emulating by all. Ladies and gentlemen, women can also be found in all areas of production activity in the industry. One such person is our distinguished chairperson in the public and private sectors, who have been identified as pace setters and high performers as role models to mentor young professionals in their various disciplines, and also to assist in our mentorship program for the growing number of young professionals in our industry. The will also be seen as a source of inspiration for young ladies who may want to pursue various careers in these disciplines. When WiLAT requested for nominations from industry for female role models for recognition, the response was overwhelming, and the credentials of nominees were outstanding, with some of them already mentors in their communities. The list of such women role models in our country is countless, and we shall recognize them in subsequent programs. Congratulations to all our role models in today's program. And these are women high achievers out there. But Madam Chair, in as much as there are numerous opportunities for women in the sector, there are, however, a number of factors challenging the female gender in logistics and transport, which need to be addressed, namely gender stereotypes, a number of products and designs not female gender sensitive, strong cultural bias, religious restrictions, sexual harassment or intimidation in the male-dominated environment, unprofessionalism in the industry, and inadequate sustainable programs for capacity building for women groups in the industry. But we take consolation from the fact that there are a number of specific interventions to ensure the sustainable development of women in logistics and transport, such as some international protocols and UN conventions, national policy framework, legislations, programs, projects and community development plans, that will facilitate women advocacy programs to enhance female gender-related development in developing countries. Finally, Madam Chair, Honorable Ministers of State, colleague members of CIL's WiLAT, and distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all to the maiden WiLAT Ghana Day. Invite you all to join WiLAT to make today's program a beneficial and memorable one for all. Thank you and God bless us all. But a little note here, Madam Chair. WiLAT Africa has adopted a corporate social responsibility at the continental level to lead an advocacy for the provision of bicycles as a means of transport in the rural areas. Nigeria, Uganda, and Tanzania have already taken the lead. In Ghana, we intend to donate bicycles to female workers working in the rural areas. We have some envelopes in your conference bags for a kind donation towards this goal. Thank you very much.
So hopefully she gets to the seat. LT Ghana to give us a statement. Thank you.
This occasion because a light that was lit in 2010 in Valletta, that is Malta, Auntie Aisha, you remember, where I happened to be a delegate of CLT Ghana, representing Ghana, and we launched WiLAT. And I'm happy that I think I was one of the few men who together launched WiLAT. And today, after 2010 to 2018, I think we've made a lot of miles, and I'm glad for that, especially for Ghana also. My chairperson, yesterday I received one of our female members in our national secretariat, and what she wanted to discuss with me was that in her organization, she had finished our program, advanced diploma, and the organization, she was the only person to have completed the program, and also she was the only woman, the first woman in the organization to have completed. And then her problem was that the boss was leaving, and virtually by qualification, she was next in line. However, she's not seeing the things well, somebody would say, because the boss is leaving next month, and she's not realized that there was any move to hand over to her. And she was worried, because when she completed the program, she even had some problems before she could be placed where she wanted to be placed. And as a result of that, she was complaining. And one thing I said is that, and one time they brought a man to take over when she was the one who had qualified. And I asked, do you think that because you're a woman, that's why they are holding on? You want to look for a man? She said, I don't know. So much as there might be other dimensions of this story, I want to say that as the chairperson of WiLAT Ghana said, sometimes there could be some discriminations, and it will be very subtle. When discrimination is in the workplace, very, very subtle, whether it's gender-based, tribe-based, or others. But it shows that we could still fight more, even though we made a lot of it. CLT is proud of our women in logistics and transport. One of our special interest groups whose aim is to encourage the study of the art and science of supply chain, logistics and transport among women in a male-dominated industry. This is what we've realized. Wherever you are in an industry where there are hard machines, the presence of men. And if there are soft issues, it's the presence of women, like nursing. But I don't think that human beings themselves could box other genders into specific roles. What I'm excited about is that we are particularly excited at the strides and impact that WiLAT is making, in that within 4 years period of existence in Ghana, our own Dr. and Mrs. Doreen Sufianko and Mrs. Patience Bladote and the other executives are among the leaders of the African region, serving as regional coordinator and secretary for Africa respectively, and contributing the gender mainstreaming agenda within the supply chain, logistics, and transport issues, as envisaged by CLT Ghana. Today, you have brought industry to Ghana, and with uniting us all under the theme, Women in Logistics and Transport, an essential brick in nation building. This goes without saying that in the next couple of years, we will be witnesses of the seed you are sowing in our women today. On this day, the Governing Council of CLT Ghana and the entire membership rally behind and celebrate all female members of CLT Ghana, and indeed all women working hard in the logistics and transport industries in Ghana, and hope that the brick you are laying now will tend to be the future cornerstone upon which the nation will stand firmly. We are proud of you and pledge our continuous support for all your efforts. Thank you very much.
We'll now invite Dr. Mrs. Dory.
I stand by existing protocols. The profile of Honorable Cecilia Abner, the Minister for Aviation, Special Guest of Honor. Honorable Cecilia Abner is a Minister for Aviation in Ghana. She is also the chairperson of the Cabinet Committee on Infrastructure and the Executive Oversight for the Ghana East Commission. She was a Member of Parliament for the vibrant Bantama constituency from the year 2005 to 2013. She is a product of Ghana, University of Dakar, Senegal, University of Oslo, Norway, Harvard Kennedy School, USA, and of course, a product of the school. There's only one school, Wesley Girls High School, where yours sincerely was also. She is a leadership development consultant and a public relations expert with a keen interest in international development, leadership, and mentoring. She has extensive experience in infrastructure development and has held several key positions in government, including Minister of State for Water, Resources, Works, and Housing from year 2007 to 2009. She was Deputy Minister in the same ministry from 2005 to 2007. Board Chairperson of Ghana Cocoa Processing Company 2001 to 2006, and Special Assistant to the President of the Republic, let me repeat, and Special Assistant to the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency J.A. Kufuor, from 2001 to 2005. Distinguished guests, your special guest of honor, Honorable Sisi, my beloved sister, representative of the Honorable Minister for Gender and Social Protection, our global convener, the Vice President Africa of CILT, the President CILT Ghana, WiLAT Ghana Chairperson, distinguished ladies and